Welcome to week 5, or chapter 5 of Information Literacy, Metadata and the Power of Controlled Vocabularies. It's all about the metadata. Searching is a messy thing. Often it leaves us with far more results than we don't need than the few we do need. Search engines recognize letters and words and can find exactly what you type into the box. However, they don't know that the results are irrelevant, nor what they mean. Some databases work better than others with this, and it has everything to do with the way those databases and their data are constructed. Metadata is descriptive terminology that enables a seeker to do more intelligent searches of databases beyond the use of keywords. It's a system of descriptors that come along with the data, and it's how databases are constructed. The metadata terms are located in a field, and the database searches for the search terms in those fields of metadata. Databases are only as useful as their retrieval ability. If you can't get what you need when you need it, then it is a data dump, not a database. Some databases and the World Wide Web, WWW, can only use keywords for searching, which restricts what you can get with metadata. Good metadata is needed for good data retrieval. With a lack of metadata, the database search engine looks for your words in a keyword type search. So, how does all this work? The database search engine searches for the metadata and not the data itself. Metadata comes in the form of a data record, which is a short description of the data. Fields in the metadata help the searcher to find the specific information. However, because so many journal articles are in electronic form now, the databases can search the full text of the articles as well as the metadata records. Metadata searching is much more precise than keyword, which is what you have to use to search the web. This is because most sites do not have metadata encoded in their records. Even for those databases with metadata, the big problem is not getting the information into them, but retrieving the information you need. To do this, you have two basic search tools: keywords, let me get my finger. Okay, keywords, searching, and controlled vocabularies. Controlled vocabularies are entirely dependent on metadata. Folksonomies are user-created method of labeling items by using tags. These tags can be displayed as clouds of links to actual data. When you click on the tag, it takes you to other data with that tag. The problem with this is that the tags are user-generated and there's no consistency. The Library of Congress created a new method of cataloging way back in the late 1800s by creating descriptive records for the collection. Over the years, librarians have worked to standardize a system for subject headings, and these headings are used in the metadata of a record of the book. We use Sears subject headings at the LCC library, which is a more simplified version of the subject headings. Librarians at the Library of Congress created an extensive list, 2 volumes the last time I saw it, of subject headings to classify all the world's knowledge and organize it in an alphabetical list. Controlled vocabularies like these subject headings are created by people that then control how they are used. This process standardizes the terms that you can use to search, which gives you less flexibility. You can't rearrange or mess with them to suit yourself. You can use them, but you can't create them. You're more likely to find most of what a database has to offer on the topic you are searching if you use controlled vocabularies. A controlled vocabulary gets at what the data is about, making them a good solution to the problem of retrieval. So how does this work? Catalogers look at a document and decide the main topics that the document covers. They then consult the subject headings list and find the headings that most closely resemble these topics. The subject headings, at least one, gets input into a record that describes the document. The metadata for the database that comes from that record The words in the title are not considered when determining the subject headings. It's about the content of the document. Okay, Badke puts in another clearing the fog. Here, he states that keywords are words that exist within the data, while subject headings require human intervention and are smarter than keywords. Tags and preset terminology are inserted into a descriptive record, which is a better way of explaining what the data is all about. The subject headings, tags, and preset terminology are not necessarily words that are found in the data itself. Control vocabularies can be more useful than subject headings. Many databases standardize certain fields, making searching more consistent. You use library catalogs to search for books. Some catalogs have built-in cross-referencing features that are useful to helping finding other subject headings. When doing a search in a library catalog, begin by doing a keyword search. Locate a book on the topic you're searching and look at the subject headings for the book and determine which one is closest to your topic. Click on that link and it will take you to other materials in the library on that topic. There are many other databases that use controlled vocabularies. If available, a thesaurus is a guide to the subject headings that are standard for that certain database and those that are broader, narrower, or related. When you are doing a search in another database, look for subjects or descriptors. These are labels often used by the database for controlled vocabularies. You can also use the browse function, which is where you work with a controlled vocabulary in an alphabetized list. Finally, you can click on the title in some databases and it will take you to a record that shows you the subjects. Now, you can also construct a search by using the subject headings and doing a keyword search. Use the subject headings to get you started with a search, then use keywords to narrow it down. This is called faceted searching. Some databases have these terms on the sides of the result list, and you can use those to narrow down your search. Some databases, especially those on the internet, can only be searched by keyword. Although this chapter focuses on controlled vocabularies, keywords have their advantage. So don't discount their use. The difference between keywords and controlled vocabularies is how the specific database uses the two. Keywords are best used when you don't know a subject heading. If the topic has specific terminology, if it crosses disciplines, or if the database you're using does not use metadata. Controlled vocabulary is best used when you want to find out most of what the database has on the topic. You can combine the two, but be careful to make sure that you're getting exactly what you want. That's it for Chapter 5. I'll see you later in one of the other chapters.